Seal Test, the name that means topmost quality in ice cream, milk, and other dairy products, presents Burr Tillstrom, creator of Kukla, Ollie, and all the Kuklapolitan players with Fran Allison in Kukla, Fran and Ollie.
Well, that was a fast one. Just saw a strange slide up there. That was interesting. Mr. Fascinato?
Yes?
Are you all geared up?
All geared up.
Well, so am I. Shall we try a whirl at that little number that we didn't have a chance to rehearse? Whom stole my heart away? Whom makes me dream all day? Dreams I know can never be true. It seems as though I'll ever be blue. Whom means my happiness? Whom would I answer yes? Whom? Well, you ought to guess. Whom? Nobody but you. And now we come to the part in our program that all our friends look forward to every single day. And that is Russ, you clear your throat on your own time.
I'm sorry.
Come here, miss.
Me?
Yes, you, Russ Mayberry.
How are you, Ollie?
The way you come in here, you know something about you?
No.
Well, it's sort of, you do a wrong thing.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Nobody knows whom you are. I mean, they know you are Russ Mayberry, but they don't know how you are related to our show because you always take off your paraphernalia. Now, have you still got the earphones in your hand?
Yes, I have.
Well, put them on.
I have my other thing.
Can you put your earphones and the glasses on? Just let everybody see how you. There,
well,
you
that's
see.
The way I look.
That's
yeah.
There is Russ Mayberry, boy studio manager, or whatever they call him, boy director, and you're looking fine, better than I expected.
Well, thank you.
Let's see. Today is Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Saturday's the big day.
That's right.
How's Helen? Is she nervous too?
Oh, I'm not nervous. She's nervous.
She's nervous.
Yeah.
Although on Friday we're going to have a rehearsal for your wedding. I'll give you all sorts of tips.
Oh, all right. I don't know anything about those things.
Yeah, well, I'll give you all the tips, and we'll practice marching, and we'll practice the music, and we'll get you all used to it.
Oh, okay. This is a very funny thing. You talk to me, and Gami talks to me.
Was Gami talking to you?
Yeah.
Let me hear. Let me hear what he says. Why, Lou Gomovitz. Can you hear that again? Well.
Isn't that something?
Sure, Gummy, I'd love to. Anytime. Just let me know. After the show, we'll go. We're going to make some of our own today, maybe. He wants to go out and have a chocolate soda.
Oh, wow. Good.
Nice. Well, Russ, I just wanted to everybody to see you with your working clothes on.
Thanks.
So,
nice seeing you.
Good luck to you.
Thanks a lot.
And just
I'll see you Friday.
Stiff upper lip and keep steady and all that sort of thing. You know.
You bet.
Yeah, don't worry about a thing. We're taking care of everything.
I'll bet you are.
Yes, sir, we are. It'll be fun.
Okay.
Okay, we'll see you later.
Okay, goodbye.
Bye. Nice boy, that Russ. Grand kid. I don't know where my cohorts are. That song just crept in. I didn't realize we were going to do it until just before we went on the air. Now comes a pause in the day's occupation, which is known as Poetry Hour, with apologies to Henry Wadsworth Longfellow, an old friend of Madame Oglepus's. You get it. Well, we have received some poems, many lovely poems, and I'm going to read a few for you, pour vous, as we say in La France, to you today, because these poems which I am going to read for you are poems which I have selected to read aloud upon the air. And for that particular reading aloud on the air, that is, The authors of these particular poems are going to receive an autographed photograph of their favorite television star. I. Remember, that's any of you poetry lovers out there who would like to contribute to our little poetry corner, you may just write into Kukla, Fran and Ollie, Box 3446, Chicago, 54, Illinois. Put your name and address on your poems, of course. Just fluffing it out a little. All right, when I come up next, I will be Oliver, the poet laureate. Don't go away. We have a little Latino stuff, Jack. There. Shh. Hello, poetry lovers everywhere. Here I am, back with you again. Received a little poem from a friend of mine in Dayton, Ohio. Don't know whether it's Mrs. or Mr. Williams. Anyway, this is the poem. It's called To Ollie. No matter how trying my day may be, I wait patiently for evening and good old Ollie. He soothes my nerves. I'm always bragging. My favorite actor is Ollie, the dragon. Lovely. Now, another one came in from a good friend of mine in Pittsburgh. Nan Weidenheft, I believe it's called. Big 3, this is called. Every night I fight to see that wonderful show with big stars 3. The first star is our Kukla, dear. He has a voice I just love to hear. The next star has a pretty pan. And on this show, she's known as Fran. Are you on any other shows? Then last, the star that's always jolly is known to the world as just plain Ollie. But these big 3 wouldn't be a show if cute Bert Tillstrom didn't make them so. Here's the one that came from Milwaukee, from Mary Jane. I believe it's Milcherek for Fletcher. Don't you fret, little rabbit pet. You'll get some mail with perfume, too. And I know more people who will write to you. I like your speeches and music, too. But best of all, I like you. The last poem I'm going to read today is from Brooklyn, rah-rah, New York. From Raymond Witkowski, age 13. Ode to Kukla, Fran, Ollie. And I quote, Fran Allison is a raving beauty, always tending to her duty, but the show wouldn't be so jolly if there wasn't any Ollie. Kukla does his best as well. Golly gosh, the show is swell. Sometimes there's happiness, sometimes tears. But this show will go on for many long years. Thank you, poetry lovers. And now I turn you over to Miss Fran Allison, who will carry on from here. Miss Allison.
I'm sorry, Ollie. I'm doing some work over here.
You carry on.
I can't, Ollie. I have some things I have to finish.
I'm overcome with emotion.
Oh, come on back. I wanted to ask you anyway. You know when you come in and start the poetry hour?
Mm-hmm.
Do it again, like you come in kind of cross-wind, like. Do it again. We see. Gee, that's beautiful. That's wonderful.
Studied with Agnes DeMille.
Did you really? Well, I wish I could do this. Someday show me how.
I'd love to.
That'd be wonderful.
The only trouble is it's sort of a task.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
Hard to do,
You have to come in. I'll go and start all over again. Try the
All right.
music. Try the
Yeah,
music.
do it again. I love that.
Watch it. Now you stay right there.
I want.
I'll start.
Okay. You can do it. I didn't know you could do that.
Good evening, friends. This is your poet laureate, Ollie, the
Get-
dragon.
No, Kukla, not quite.
This is Ollie, the dragon. This is your poet laureate. To you.
Well,
This is Ollie, your... Hello.
Is that the way I really look?
no, I told
Just playing.
Mm-hmm. That's all right.
you show me someday.
Yeah, I'll show you someday, sure. That's perfectly all right. I'm very serious about literature.
Well, Ollie, so am I.
So am I.
Yes.
Well, I am. I'm very serious about literature, and I think it's very important for us all to read poetry and to understand it and to write it if we can.
Indeed.
Well, that's what I was going to say. One of the most important things is reading poetry and good books. Otherwise, if you didn't read poetry and good books, however would you be able to be inspired?
Oh, that's very true.
And I think one of the most important things that everybody should do is to read a lot. And I do.
Well, I know you
I
do.
do, too. I read a great deal.
Yeah. Your fan mail,
Well, I read more than that.
the commercials.
Well, I read lots more than that.
Steve Canyon.
Sure.
Well, that's very fine, and that's very important. But I think you should read books, very good books. Do you two belong to a library?
No.
Well, that's the whole trouble. You should belong to a library. As a matter of fact, I thought very seriously of starting a library called the Kukla Lending Library. Free to members.
Well,
If you have a book dividend.
how do you get to be a member, though?
Well, you could just join. I tell you what, why don't I give you a little practice on this business of library technique? It would be very interesting. I could be the librarian, and you and Kukla could come into the library. You could be somebody else. You could be Lucille, and you could be Edgar.
No, if I'm going to be somebody else, I'll pick somebody beside Lucille.
Who are you going to be?
I haven't thought yet.
Well, you think it over.
Okay.
You think it over, too, because
Okay.
I'm going down. Get all ready. I'm going to be...
If I'm going to think. I can't stay here. I'll have to go, and I don't think well
You
standing
think
up.
this is wise?
Oh, I don't know if he knows about it. Goodness, I'm willing to learn.
Well, I suppose it'd be all right.
Why, certainly.
But I just don't want to. I don't want to get into any kind of confusion or upset today.
Well, I don't see how... Oh, a library's the quietest place there is.
But with the Kukla Courier coming out yesterday and everything, it's just
Well, that
been
was...
too much.
Well, I know, Kukla. I think this will be a very restful day.
All right, I'll go and I'll be a person coming to the library, and you can too.
Oh, well, you want to be the first one to come in?
All right. You be the first one.
Well, all right. Well, I'll have to leave before I can come in.
Okay. See you in a minute.
Well, guess I better stack up some books at the library. Things are a little dull today. Nice book. Put these on the open shelves. I'll catch them with that. Little colorful picture books, and then they'll look at that, and they'll be real sure to get a book. I wonder where all the traffic is today. This is nobody. Oh, here comes a young lady.
Good morning.
How do you do? How do you do?
Haven't I met you somewhere before?
Perhaps. My name is Glockenspiel.
Oh, Mr. Glockenspiel.
Hmm?
I know your brother, I think.
Oh, is that
Has a
so?
department store.
Oh, yes, indeed. That's my brother. I'm Mr. Glockenspiel, the librarian.
I see.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
I'm Guy Glockenspiel.
I'm very... You're what?
Guy.
Guy. Well, that's nice.
My brother's name is not Guy.
No, it's George.
No, Gregory.
Gregory?
George is the one that has the travel bureau.
Oh, my goodness, what a...
We all wear the same kind of ties.
I guess, yes. All went to the same school, I guess.
Uh-huh.
Well-
Monsieur Joseph designs them for us. As a matter of fact, it was
he
only
has
a moment ago that I ripped it off his neck myself.
Well, you could have gone farther as far as I'm concerned. He runs that millinery department, doesn't he?
Yeah,
in
for
your
Madame Oglepus.
He
Well-
made hats exactly alike for us.
I must ask you not to raise your voice.
Oh, sorry.
Young lady, this is the library, and we'd like to be very quiet in here, very quiet and dignified.
Well, I thought I would like to get some
Hmm?
books. I thought I would like to get some books to read. I have some time on my hands and like to avail myself of your services.
Oh, well, would you like to take out a library card?
Yes, I would have to, I guess, because I do not at the present time have one.
Were you born in the United States?
Yes.
Well, just a moment. I'll see if I can get an application blank.
All right.
Don't seem to find one right at the moment. Well, here's one right here.
Tricks any boy can do.
Yes, just some of the open shelf jewelry.
You have that in the reverse? I see. You want me to fill this out now?
Yes, please. Now, right there it says we need to know your age.
Well, you know where you can find out, don't you? Well,
And color of your hair, the color of your eyes. Now, it's not very much of a problem to get a library card, but I suggest that you report. We can make an appointment tomorrow with the doctor.
with the doctor?
You have to have a complete physical examination.
What kind of books am I getting? I don't want anything that will be of any shocking nature, anything that would upset
No,
me. I
ma'am,
want
it doesn't make any difference. I'm sorry, but we're very careful at this library. We also need your fingerprints and your toe prints
For what?
for identification. How do we know you're really you?
Well,
We
look
wouldn't
at
want-
me.
Well, that doesn't make any difference, madam.
Wait, I'll get a
No.
picture of me.
No, we have to I raise my voice.
Hello, kids. What are you doing? Shh.
We're playing library.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, how are you, dear?
Fine,
That's
you?
fine. Oh, great. Just great. I got some real exciting news to tell you about next week. I'll tell you more about it later. Really? Yes. Oh, fine. Oh, great.
You leave those there. We're playing library.
Well, hoity-toity.
I was saying, madam, if
You
you
ought
like...
to put her in charge of the circulating library.
I think so. That's a very capital suggestion.
Well, nothing to it. No
Now,
charge at all.
Do you think that you can fulfill all those... you have to post a bond, too.
I have to post a bond.
$100,000 bond. Well, after all, you know, we run our risks here at the library. However, you could take out books on a temporary card if you wish.
I just want to take one book at a time.
Hello there. Shh. Oh, I beg your pardon. Hello, how are you? Nice to see you.
To see you, too.
You two just go along and browse through the books now.
All right, fine. Do you have a library card?
Shh. Oh, what?
Do you have a library card?
No, why?
This is the application blank.
Oh.
Do you have $100,000?
Sure.
Have you got 200,000?
Oh, look. Sure.
Okay.
Say, that's a snap.
Well, I don't think so.
You should try the lending library around the corner.
Is that worse?
Terrible.
What do they want?
You have to leave your mother for security.
Really?
Isn't that
I
terrible?
never heard of a library like this before.
I didn't either. I'm really here. I want to offer a suggestion to the librarian.
Well, believe me, he can use them, too.
Mr. Glockenspiel.
Yes? You
Gentlemen.
two decided on your books yet?
No,
I do
not
hope
yet.
you have.
No, we haven't.
I'd be glad to help you with
We
the
haven't
music.
decided yet.
Oh, that's too bad.
We have a suggestion for
What
you.
can I do for you, young man?
Why, I have a suggestion for your library.
Oh?
Yes, now you know that many times people come in early in the morning and stay all day browsing the library.
Oh, that's very true. Many a time we have lost people in this vast library.
Oh?
Oh, yes, they've been here all day and wandering around without a guide. Oh, it's been very difficult.
Well, people sometimes like to come to a library and they like to sort of stay for a little while. And I suggest, why don't you serve refreshments?
A capital idea.
Well, really, I wouldn't quite know how to go about that.
I have just the trick for you.
Well, young man, you may have something there, indeed. But tell me, how do you propose to do this? Hmm?
Well, this is the way I propose to do it. I suggest nothing too heavy or nothing too much trouble, because that would be difficult for you as a librarian to serve and to make ready.
And not only that, but one eats a great deal, and then he gets a little sleepy sometimes.
Yes, that's right. I suggest something that well, it would be delicious.
Oh, yes.
And take that little edge off the appetite, but still it would just sort of, well, shall we say, make the reading even more perfect and the day more perfect.
Oh, yes.
It will bring lots of business to your library.
What could that be, I wonder? I could see it coming a mile off.
Not very polite to say so.
I'm just hoping he brings it, that's all.
You bring it.
I'm hungry.
Well, here you are. Here's a little suggestion right here, a little sample that I happen to bring.
Oh, now that's a wonderful idea.
A sundae.
And isn't it beautiful?
Beautiful ice cream sundae. What kind is it?
That's a raspberry sundae made, of course, with seal test ice cream.
Oh, naturally. I can tell it was seal test just by looking at it, because it's so beautiful to look at. It's so velvet smooth
Oh,
and
the
creamy
beautiful
rich.
texture.
Yeah, very fine grain texture. You can just see that. You can taste it, too, you know.
Well, I'm about to.
No, you don't. No, not yet, my dear, because we haven't decided on this.
I see.
Now, what else do you have to suggest?
Well, there are others now. I'll put this down into the freezer so that it won't melt.
Ooh, this is quite an idea, I think, my dear.
Your brother might be interested in this, too.
Well, that might be very true.
Oh, a soda.
Oh, what kind of a soda could that be?
That's a strawberry soda.
Oh,
Beautiful.
with seal test ice cream.
Naturally. And I want you to know something that has whipped cream on the top.
Seal test whipped cream.
That's right.
Well, shall I taste this one?
No, not yet. No, not until he buys the idea. I won't.
Guess I'm going to have to buy it, aren't I?
Well, I think you are.
And now one more for your wonderful palates. Just to tempt you.
Oh, oh,
Chocolate
good Sunday.
All right.
Not yet. We need a deposit.
How much?
$100,000.
$200,000 for both of us.
Oh, I see.
Or a free membership to your library.
Well,
What do you say now?
well, I'll buy that.
Well, good.
Ooh, where'd they go?
They're
Well-
downstairs in the freezer, and there's one for each of us.
Oh, say, I think... Are you, do you work for a seal test, young man?
Mm-hmm. Every so often.
Well, good for you. Well, kids, you got your library cards now. What books would you like to have?
Well, what books do you have?
Well, I would like to have...
Oh, well, just a minute till I tell you.
If I could get a book on canasta, I'd like to play. I want to learn to play.
Oh, I'm sorry, you don't have any books on that.
Oh?
I'd like a book on atomic energy.
How old are you?
Well,
You don't have to tell him.
I don't have to tell you.
I don't have to give you the book, either. Now, here's a lovely little book for you. The Stories of the Barnyard.
No, I don't want that. I want
No.
something adult.
A little more grown up.
How about for you, little girl? Would you like it's a wonderful book by Walter Grattan. It's called Wanted, 2 Bikes. Would you like to read that?
I think that's more for boys.
Well, that's true. How about The Steam Shovel That Wouldn't Eat Dirt?
Well, I have no doubt but that it's a lovely story, because
It
I've
is,
heard
isn't it?
about it.
Yeah.
But I didn't have exactly that type of book in mind. I would like, maybe a story of, adventure.
Well, let me go and look in the bookshelves.
What if he has anything by Marjorie Barrows?
Oh, he must have.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Certainly must have.
Here, I have just the thing for you.
Plutarch's Lives.
Yes, that'd be very fine reading for you. Here's
Well, too fine. This is not exactly what I had in mind.
Here's a nice copy of the World Book. Would you like to read that?
No, I want just some light reading.
Mm-hmm. Well, light, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Well, here's a little light one. Now we have here a nice book called
Bunny.
The Horse Called Pete. It's our good friend Mrs. Bjork out in
Yes,
in the
well,
West.
that's nice.
That's good light. Hey, look at that. Oh, that's a good one. Look at that. Say, why don't you take that one?
I believe I will.
That's a real good one there.
Yes. Well, thanks a lot.
You're welcome. How about you?
Well, as a matter of fact, I don't believe I'll do any reading tonight. I think I'll just, I'll kind of sit down and watch my television receiver and then just go to bed early. Good night.
Good night. What about the chocolate sodas?
Well, the deal is off because I don't want a library card.
Fran!
Yes. Feel bad?
Kukla said the deal was off.
What deal?
The chocolate sodas.
Oh, it isn't either. We're going to have chocolate sodas.
Really?
Why, sure. And something else I want
What?
to tell you about.
What?
Talked to Jeanette Davis this morning.
Well, did you?
Yes, and she sent her love to you and to Kukla.
Ooh, wonderful.
And, you know, Arthur Godfrey was in town
I
Friday.
know it.
And I believe he would have come over, but he was terribly busy and had to leave and go to Detroit.
Mm-hmm.
But maybe sometime when we go to New York, we can go over and visit him.
I'd love to, Franny.
Yes.
How would you like to sing that little song that you sang to me earlier? That you said it's something about...
Oh,
reminded you of Arthur Godfrey.
Well, you see, Arthur signs off all of his shows with a wonderful little saying. It's, be the good Lord willing, I'll see you in the morning.
Would you sing it?
And it's an old saying, and there's a little song written about
Okay.
it. Hmm?
Uh-huh.
Be the good Lord willing, I'll see you in the morning, is what my mother used to say to me. Be the good Lord willing, I'll see you in the morning. She tucked me in and kissed me tenderly. As I'd close my eyes, I'd hear her softly say, guard my little one till the break of day. Be the good Lord willing, I'll see you in the morning. We'll live forever in my memory.
That was fine, Fran. I have one thing to say. Ollie, I was just kidding. Remember, get the best.
Get field test.
Something wrong with this picture. Something's missing. That's right, it's the Sealed Test dessert of the month. Butter pecan ice cream tarts. Creamy smooth butter pecan ice cream, topped with thick chocolate fudge and whipped cream. Wherever folks gather around fine food, Sealed Test is always in the picture. So get the best. Get Sealed Test. Sealed Test butter pecan ice cream tarts at your Sealed Test ice cream dealers.